One.
Ooh. Yeah.
Woo! I fucked that up.
Howdy guys. What did the Australian chess player say to the waiter? Said, checkmate. Yeah, you know, Shaquille O'Neal's like the happiest man on earth, right? Like he's always so jolly and stuff. And I think it's because he's never been messed with, you know? Like how are you gonna bully someone who's so tall his crotch is in your face, right? It's like, hey Shaq, give me your lunch money. Never mind. I've seen these billboards around Hollywood about this guy who climbed Mount, this blind guy, right, climbed Mount Everest. I was thinking about it, I was like, how did he know he was on Everest, right? You know, for all he knew, he could have been on top of like Mount Whitney, like right over there, right? And I was like, yeah, that's actually a pretty good business idea, right? Taking blind mountain climbers up to the top of Mount Everest. And, you know, a couple of weeks ago, North Korea sent over 200 balloons over to South Korea. Yeah, and they're all filled with like garbage and excrement. It's not exactly an accurate statement though, because they weren't packed with shitty trash. No, they're filled with Dane Cook's jokes. Yeah, in retaliation, South Korea sent over, or set up these loudspeakers, right? And they're like blasting all this like anti-communist propaganda and like K-pop, right? And in retaliation for that, North Korea set up their own loudspeakers. But they don't have bands like BTS in North Korea, you know? So they just blast like the most annoying sounds they could think of. Yeah, you probably guessed it. Matt Rife's comedy special. Yeah, I was in the United States Army, 1st Cavalry Division, Force Hood. That was pretty cool, you know? It was weird being the only Asian person, though. Yeah, every day people were just looking at me like, are we supposed to shoot this guy? Yeah, I've had sex with like a, you know, white lady, black lady, like Asian and Mexican. Yeah. In my opinion, Asian women give the best blowjobs. Yeah. If any of you ladies would like to prove me wrong, you can meet me in the back after in the bathroom. Alright, let me tell you this. Okay, because I do jokes in Inglewood, right? So I gotta work this out. Yeah, tonight I'll be in Inglewood doing these jokes. I gotta just run through this at least once. Alright, Harlem Nights is one of my favorite movies ever, right? Yeah, you had comedians from like 3 different generations, right? Yeah, like Red Fox and shit. You're like, well, Solomon, shut the fuck up. And then, whatever, Richard Pryor, you know, his character was a Sugar Ray, right? That was such a perfect name for his character. He was like, just shoot the dice, you snaggletooth motherfucker. Yeah, Arsenio Hall was in that movie. You know, like, whatever happened to that guy, right? He used to be like the biggest fucking thing in the world, you know, in like late 80s and shit. Like, ooh, 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 ooh. I don't know if you remember that, but then after that, like, I don't like, what did he die of finger cancer or some shit? Like, anyway, he's in that movie and he's like, you killed my brother, you know? And his brother, if you don't remember, was actually Tommy from the show Martin. Yeah, everybody was in that movie, right? You had Whitley from A Different World, you know, looking all fine and shit. You know, she's half naked throughout that whole movie. You know, Eddie Murphy was probably like, how about in this scene, I fuck her, and then I shoot her in the face, but it's her fault. You know, because Eddie Murphy's kind of cold like that, right? Yeah, just ask Scary Spice. You know, and then Della Reese gives him her own performance, you know. She's like, he shot my pinky toe, right? And in the very end, the good guys win, you know. Oh, it's a great movie, right? And it spurred like this worldwide interest in black women. Yeah, after we heard that line, I got a girl whose pussy is so good, if you threw in the air, it would turn into sunshine. Right? And then you see the girl, right? And you're like, whoa. Yeah, you know, after that movie, every man in America was like, so Harlem's in New York? Okay, I can be there by Wednesday. Yeah, I'm gonna go up there and get me some of that good old Harlem sunshine. You know, what's her face? Simone Biles. She's gonna take everything this Olympics, right? She's like a little Terminator, you know? And she recently came out with like her mental health struggles and stuff, which is totally understandable, right? Because you spend all day with white people the way she does, you go crazy too, you know? Yeah, just look at OJ. Yeah. Yeah, you know the capital of South Korea is called Seoul. Oh, actually, no, not too distant. Yeah, I saw Soul Food for the first time last week. I was like, oh my gosh, that's such a good movie, you know? The first 5 seconds the song comes on about mama's love is like the stars and shit. I was like, holy shit, you know, I'm about to start crying and shit. I don't even know what the fucking movie's about and shit. Yeah, I didn't see the whole movie because, you know, I was got drunk and shit. But the last sick part I remember was like the part where like her mom has to get her foot cut off, you know, because of like diabetes. I was like, I thought soul food was good for you and shit. Shit, no soul for me. I'm going Jack in the Box. See, I knew like this is the problem is like because jokes that work here don't work at all in Inglewood, and jokes that work in Inglewood, I say I'm here, and you motherfuckers like. So I'm like, man, fuck you guys. Because I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. I'm scared of those guys in Inglewood. You know, when I'm balling over there, they're looking at me, I'm like, oh shit, am I gonna get jumped? I'll end with this last joke. You know, comedians will always tell you two things, right? They always tell you when they just get booked on a show. They always tell you when they just had sex. Pretty chicken out, right? Like myself, I haven't been booked on a show in over a month. But I did get late last week, so whoa! All right, I'm out of here, thank you.
Guys, give it up one more time for E1. E1, I'm sorry, I probably should have told you before you came in that we don't allow outside food into the club, but I'm sorry about that. Okay,